to you.
Morning, everybody.
Oh, hello,
Morning.
Reverend Sophie is
I'm
joining
struggling
us
to hear
this morning.
Gina this morning, so I'm a bit lost.
Right,
Oh
well,
no.
I'll hand
Yeah.
over to Tom, who
Yeah,
can speak to you.
You're kind of blipping in and out.
Oh, that's a shame. Well, Gina was just saying how wonderful you are anyway, or she was certainly about to get there anyway. Good morning
Oh.
to Reverend Sophie on this Grati-Tuesday morning. How are you doing? And for those watching this on our social media, a la 2 weeks ago, you're back in your car.
I am back in my car. I'm back in my car. I'm always in my car, so that's because I'm always doing quite a lot of traveling. But which is why my signal's probably not so good, which is why I'm probably not picking up Gina. So sorry, Gina, it's probably not your fault.
No problem.
I am back out in St David's again today. It's very exciting. So St David's is currently voting for a new bishop. So I've come out to pray with them this morning before those elections start back up again this morning. So well, I also had to drop my daughter off. I didn't come out just for that, I hasten to add, but I'd come to drop my girl off at school this morning as well. So yeah, it's exciting. We're going to have a new bishop hopefully before the end of the week. So that's very, very exciting news.
That is. Is there any kind of do you get this in bishop voting? Is there like a favourite? Is there an outlier? Is there a front runner? I don't know how it works.
Do you know, it is all kept very, very quiet. So nobody really knows who, apart from the people that are in the cathedral right now, nobody really knows who is even in the running for it. So we've got educated guesses and rumours, and rumours are often based on some truth, but I can't say to you I know who is in the running for it. So no, not really.
We'll watch this space.
Watch this space, yeah, absolutely. And I mean, the BBC will be on it as soon as anybody comes. So what happens is on the Monday, so yesterday morning, the Verger shut the door. It was very, very medieval. It's kind of like, it's quite, they shut them into the cathedral, and this process is kind of, it's very confidential and kept under until it's done and everybody's made a decision and they've come to a 2/3 majority vote. Once that's done, then the doors will be opened and the world will be told who the new bishop is.
Wow. And you were saying that there's representatives from all the dioceses around to help and aid in this decision, with different representatives of faith and lay people as well from the different dioceses.
Yeah.
Wow.
So there's 6 representatives from each diocese, apart from our diocese, which has 12 representatives this time. So there's more representatives if it's your diocese who needs the new bishop. So we get a slightly bigger say here, but if it was in Llandaff, then Llandaff would have the extra people, if you see what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's very exciting. And I'm sat outside the cathedral thinking to myself how beautiful it is and how lucky we are to have such a place. So we're very lucky.
Yeah, well, you explained that a fortnight ago, 2 weeks ago, just how special that place is and how thin the line is. You can watch that back on Facebook on all of our videos, or on YouTube for those videos. And well, it's been 2 weeks since we last saw you, Sophie. What have you found to be grateful for in that time?
Do you know what I'm really grateful for? And I was thinking about this morning. I'm grateful for Pure West Radio because I've been listening to so much news that has been so horrible over the last couple of weeks. And every time I turn Pure West Radio on, I hear happy, smiley people who are excited about what they're doing and have got a community led. So I'm excited about that, and I'm grateful for Pure West Radio. But I'm also, we are so you turn on any news channel and it's all doom and gloom all the time. And I know the world is a horrible place, and I know that things that things are just awful at the moment in certain parts of the world. And we need to be aware of those things, don't get me wrong, but I just think, sometimes we need to hear the good news stories as well as the bad news stories, because I don't think it's doing our mental health any good. I really don't think it's doing the mental health. I think of our poor children who are seeing these scenes on TV day in, day out. and they're scared, they're horrified that it's going to happen here and that something's going to go wrong. And you know, we just need to, we need to be aware of these things. But and you mentioned actually, Tom, an incident that happened with our previous bishop, and the BBC yesterday, instead of getting all excited that we're about to vote in a new bishop, they were focused on what happened with the old bishop 4 years ago. I mean, why are we focusing on something? I know it wasn't the best thing to have happened, but why do we keep dragging up dirt that we don't need to drag up? You know, let's move on. There are bigger problems in the world without the BBC and other news channels. But I'm picking on the BBC, and I don't care if they want. They can. Yeah, well, I don't care. But they're dragging things up that needn't have been dragged up, and they're talking about things. So actually, let's tell the news as it is. Let's be impartial about what's going on in the world and stop picking sides, which is, I'm afraid, what often happens. And let's, we want to hear an impartial view of what's going on, not some view that has an agenda. And I know that's difficult because everybody's got an agenda. Doesn't matter who you are, everybody has an agenda. I have an agenda, you have an agenda, we all have agendas. But my agenda, I would hope that my agenda is that actually I want people to flourish, and I want people to be well, and I want people to be happy. And that is not going to happen all the while we keep on having the proverbial being stirred up. People are stirring things up all the time, and it's not healthy for anybody.
No, we've got to move on, look to the
future.
There you are. And
I'm grateful for Pure West Radio because you rock.
Oh, well, thank you very much. And I think Gina will echo that. Like, we can all choose our perspective and our perception on things. And if we want something to be light and airy, we can almost choose, like, how we talk about certain circumstances and the situations we're in can really inform our friends and neighbours as to, that person's outlook on life is this. And as you say, we don't need to keep on the humdrum all the time. We can choose to see something a bit better.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to challenge you all to see something good in everybody today, because actually we spend an awful lot of time finding the wrong in people, but let's find the good in people. Let's spend some time loving each other.
I love that. I know that you can't hear Gina fully well, but she has been listening intently. Gina, any final thoughts on that?
No, I just agree with Reverend Sophie this morning. Look forward, look for the good, and let's keep smiling.
So strange. Sorry, Gina.
I know I'm strange.
Yeah. Reverend Sophie, thank you so much for your time this morning. I know that you're probably got you're going to going into the cathedral for communion this morning. So I'll leave you to it. You will communicate whilst you're in there, as you always do. And it's been so lovely catching up with you, and we'll catch up together soon on another Grati-Tuesday. And you can tune in to Alive and Kicking on Sunday morning. What time is that again, Sophie?
Sunday morning between 8 and 9 o'clock.
Perfect.
We're looking forward to it.
Thank you so much, Sophie. We'll speak to you soon.
Take care, guys. God bless.
Take care.
Bye.
It's 16 minutes past 9 o'clock.
Actors on stage.